Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lindsay if this is your first time here, and welcome to the Momlogs. Today I am going to be sharing part one of a week's worth of WW or Weight Watchers friendly dinners. This What's for Dinner video is going to be special for two reasons. The first reason is that it is going to be a family edition. In this video, I'm going to be sharing what me and my husband are eating for dinner, as well as my two kids, Jack and Ben, who are 4 years old and 2 years old. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, about 6 weeks ago, I started to incorporate more of what me and my husband Rob are eating with what's on my kids' plates. I went a really long time making them their own separate meals, and I just thought that it was time to start exposing them to new foods. So you are gonna see that throughout both of these videos in part one and part two. The second reason that this video is gonna be a little bit special or a little bit different is because I wanted to incorporate some meals into both of these videos that you could make too, with things that you have in your pantry, fridge, and freezer. You can use several different kinds of meat. You can leave meat out and sub in like beans in some of the recipes. You can use spaghetti squash, or you can use pasta. You'll see as you watch these two videos that these recipes are fairly versatile and fairly family friendly as well. I hope everyone is hanging in there during this time and that you are trying to make the most out of your social and physical distancing. Starting tonight at 11:59, our governor has us on a pretty strict lockdown. So I am just gonna be here hanging out with my family. My husband is able to work from home and I'm so grateful. So let's go ahead and jump into the video. I'm gonna see because I need to watch again. I'm going to be starting with Sunday night's dinner and then we will go through the week from there. Hello, happy Sunday. I am just hanging out around the house today, looking my best. Did about 15 loads of laundry and it is like 4:30ish, 4:45, and I'm going to get started on dinner. A little bit early today just because, well, first of all, my kids are complaining that they're hungry, and second of all, I am going to be roasting a spaghetti squash and it takes about 40 minutes. So we will eat a little bit after 5 o'clock tonight for the spaghetti squash. I'm going to cut, I've done this before. I'm gonna cut it in half lengthwise, put it in a casserole dish, squash side up, so like a bowl. And then I am going to spray it with olive oil spray, sprinkle it with garlic powder and Italian seasoning, as much or as little as you want. You can add anything else that you might want to. And then I'm gonna roast it in the oven for about 40 minutes. I always check on it. Sometimes it takes less time, sometimes it takes more time. So just start at like 30 minutes. It just depends on the size of your squash. The bigger the squash, the longer it's gonna take to bake and get nice and tender. The sauce for tonight, I will show you. It is a vodka sauce that I found at Aldi. And then we're just gonna have a side salad with some salad dressing and some veggies. Super simple. This is a definite go-to recipe for me. I think that I might also put on some frozen Morningstar Grillers crumbles. You can find this at your local supermarket, so like your Walmart or, you know, Publix, Kroger, or whatever you have around you. So let's see, what else? I think that's it. My kids are gonna have, instead of the spaghetti squash, they're gonna have the vodka sauce with some ravioli. That's their preference. It doesn't create a whole lot of extra work for me, so I'm okay with making that substitution for them. Whatever your preference is, they just really don't like the spaghetti squash. That's fine. The ravioli cooks up really fast, faster than a pasta would, and they really like it, and I know that their bellies are gonna be full when we're done eating dinner. So I'm gonna go ahead and head back downstairs. I'm up here hiding from the loudness. Chaos is ensuing in our house because we're feeling cooped. We went for a walk earlier, but you know, it is what it is, but I know we'll make it through this. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go get started on dinner. Okay, it is, what day is it? It's Monday. I made Felicia Keithley's French onion chicken tonight for dinner. I followed the recipe exactly. I doubled it, and instead of beef broth, I used chicken broth because that's what I had on hand. I've done that before. I just used an organic one from Aldi. A fat-free, I think it was low sodium, I can't remember. It was just what I had on hand. I had a pack of Idahoan mashed potatoes, and I had a half a head of cauliflower. So I just made it work. I had mashed cauliflower, and my husband and boys had mashed potatoes, the instant kind, in a package. So that is what we did for a side. And then I also had picked up a can of organic green beans from Walmart 2 weeks ago, and that was in my pantry. So I think that's all. For my mashed cauliflower, I just did 1 tablespoon of the Land O'Lakes light butter made with canola oil and 1 tablespoon of plain non-fat Greek yogurt. And then I just used a little bit of garlic powder. Could use salt and pepper if you wanted. If you have potatoes, you could make mashed potatoes from scratch. If you wanted to use milk instead of the non-fat Greek yogurt, if you don't have any on hand, that's fine. You can use sour cream too. I've done that before. Just count out your points if you're counting during these next few weeks. I am choosing to go forward with counting because I am on maintenance to get lifetime. I think what I'm going to do is reach out to a coach because they have canceled all of the meetings and they've switched to virtual, so I'm not quite sure how that works. I'm kind of giving them some time to figure everything out for themselves, and I might not actually talk to anyone until my meeting on Saturday. I would like to know what's going on, but at the same time, I don't even know if anyone is gonna know what's going on. I feel like I'm in a really small percentage of the population that is in maintenance going for lifetime at this point in time. And I'm fine maintaining past all of this until everything dies down and meeting and like workshops open back up in the studios. But that's where we are right now. I just wanna make sure that if I do go over for whatever reason, that I, you know, nothing is gonna happen where I'm gonna have to like start maintenance over again or whatever. I don't even know how that works. So I need to get some details ironed out, get in the know about everything, and that is what I'm doing. So I'm gonna keep making videos, and you know, for those of you who it's important to stay on track during this time, if it gives you something else to focus on, or if it makes you feel like you have control over something, that's how it makes me feel. And if you don't want to track, that is perfectly fine. We all have our own ways of coping and dealing with things. I just want to show that it is possible to pull from your pantry and eat what you have, shop what's available at the grocery stores. I'm probably going to go grocery shopping again on Saturday, so I will probably film another video that you can see later on next week of what I could find and what wasn't available and whatnot. But for now, I will see you for dinner tomorrow night, which will be Tuesday. I cannot keep, I'm so tired. My kids drained me today. Oh, I also wanted to mention that my kids did have the French onion chicken, and my youngest Ben, who's 2, would not touch his chicken, but he ate all of his mashed potatoes and all of his green beans. My oldest son ate all of his green beans, all of his mashed potatoes, and only had 1 bite of chicken. And I can insert some footage here of what it takes sometimes to get my kids to eat their dinner. So I will leave you with that this evening, and I will see you tomorrow for dinner.
I taste the sauce.
It's so yummy.
Yeah, you gotta get the whole bite in your mouth, and then you're gonna love it.
Ew.
Alright, we're gonna cheer so hard. We're gonna clap and scream. We'll sing you a song.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, but you gotta eat that bite.
Jackson,
Okay.
Jackson,
Alright, now
Jackson.
Aussie ban eaters.
I hope you enjoyed part 1 of this video, and I will see you back here again on Wednesday for part 2 of this family edition of What's for Dinner. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see part 2, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to click the subscribe button down below. I'll see you next time. Bye.